Hi there, I'm Rebecca Otten from Bravo Intimates in Metro Detroit, and today we are doing a style spotlight on Energise from Elomi, and we have Frederica Zappe with us today, the National Fit Director from Evedon, the expert on this style, to talk about all the features and benefits that this bra has. Welcome, Freddie.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for having me. And it's so, I wish I could see you in person, but this is actually, you look beautiful. It's wonderful to see you.
You too.
We go back a long way. We've known each other for quite some time, and it's always a treat to see you. So this is, I can't wait for what's going to happen now.
I know. So we've got so much to talk about with this style, and you know, this bra is really ideal for the full-busted, full-figured customer, which I know a lot of people think it's the same thing, but it's not. So, you know, full busted is the depth of the cup, full figured, maybe the width of the back. And this is one of our top selling bras for that customer. And it's just ideal for all levels of impact. But the thing that makes it so ideal is that 4-piece cup. So tell us more about that 4-piece cup and how it's constructed.
I would love to. So hopefully you can see this. I happen to have one in my hand, just by chance. And what I'm going to do, first of all, just so you guys can see, there you go. So you can see it from the front. And I'm going to turn it inside out so you can actually see what's happening on the inside.
Yeah,
so
that construction is really impressive.
Right?
Yeah.
4 pieces. Most important feature on this is that side panel, because that is going to bring your breast tissue forward out from under your arm, no side bulge. And you really want, I think we need to talk about seams really quickly because.
Sure, yeah, it's a big conversation, yeah.
Very quickly, I think we're all, those of us who are in this industry are big fans of a seamed bra. Yeah. Because if you think of every seam like a finger, you can sculpt and mold the breast tissue to go wherever you want it to go.
Right. To give it a better shape. Sometimes it gives more slimming shape. Nobody comes in here and says, I want to be full at the side. And usually if she is a full-figured, full-busted woman, she wants to direct that tissue forward.
Exactly. So in and up is where we want to be. We never, in any instance, do we want to be down and out. So here we can see the side panel bringing your breast tissue forward. And then you can see here on the bottom cup, it looks like it's split in two. And this seam here is, again, we're not terribly original. We call it the up seam, but it's easy to remember. And so what that does is it brings the breast tissue up. So these two things working together, you're going to get in and up. And then the top cup is going to just cover the top of your cup and hold it in place.
Right.
So
keep that down and in.
Yes, exactly right. Because remember, particularly with a sports bra or an active bra, the idea is complete motion control. As much as is possible, motion control. You don't want any bouncing because A, it hurts, and B, it will detract from whatever activity it is that you're doing.
Right, it is distract. It's, you know, we're looking for total encapsulation, and that's what's really what we aim to educate about in the fitting room.
Exactly. So you bring up, and your customers might have the question, well, what's the difference between encapsulation and compression?
Right.
Most people, I think you'd agree, most people think that compression is the way to go because you're mushing the breast tissue back and you think it's not moving. In essence, you're not getting the same support with compression that you do with encapsulation.
Right. And I don't think that the customer really knows the difference. She just knows it's tight.
Yes.
Right? So that's why it's really important to tell her more about the encapsulation.
Exactly. So tight, you feel tight because your breast tissue is pushed back towards your rib cage. And obviously the band is probably tight as well. So you're just all bunched in there. Basically like you've been bandaged.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, like you've been bandaged in there and they're compressed. And so they think, oh, I've done a good job. But that's not the whole thing. I see people every day out there jogging, and I can see that they're all mushed and they're compressed, but I see that bus still moving up and down.
Exactly. So will it minimize bounce? Of course it will, but not to the extent that something that encapsulates each breath separately is going to do for you.
Right.
So when you encapsulate, you flatten the breast. The breast then gets wider.
As I say, it's sitting here and it's sitting here, and you're getting complete encapsulation, and you have that locked and loaded feeling.
Exactly. So with compression, though, you move it back, it goes out. Mm-hmm. You actually need more cup to hold it. Right. So the cups in a compression garment are going to have to be stretchier in order to allow this,
and then they're wider.
Breast tissue to widen.
You've got that fullness at the side, and it's just one big.
It's
and you know what? It's funny because people will come in and say to me, I don't want a sports bra because I don't want a uniboot. And it's like, well, then you haven't tried a true sports bra. You're wearing a compression or a leisure bra. That's just one stretchy piece of fabric.
Yes, exactly right. So again, with encapsulation, every breast is held separately. When you run, it's actually a figure 8 like that.
Interesting.
And they move separately from each other.
Okay.
Right? So you can literally capture that breast tissue and hold it in place. It's actually...
And that's what you want. That's what you want.
It's an extraordinary feature.
And for people who are really serious at sports, they need this more than anybody because they're out there working out. Some of these women come in and they tell me they're working out 4 and 5 days a week. Yeah. So what are they doing to their tissue and their shape if they don't have an encapsulated sports bra?
It's actually terrifying what happens, because in essence, you have only 2 things to hold your breast tissue up naturally.
Okay.
Is your skin, which acts as a cup, and the other is Cooper's ligaments, which it's like a network throughout your entire breast.
Okay.
And as you bounce, as you don't wear bras, what happens is after a while, the Cooper's ligaments stretch out and they get longer and they get laxer. And so what was once up is now gone south, as you say.
And that's what we're trying to prevent. That's why you go and get fitted from an expert, wherever you're at, go to some place that fits on at least 100 sizes so that you really get somebody who's working with these tools every single day.
Exactly. And then of course the skin, just to get back to the whole breast thing, the skin also stretches out. And we all know what happens when skin is stretched.
Right.
Both of those things never come back. And so really what I'm so passionate about is to start young, to start with the young girls in school. People are developing earlier.
Right. And that's what we talk about.
9 already, right?
If you come in to get fitted for a t-shirt bra, which a lot of them do, they want a seamless t-shirt bra, and I understand that. So we fit them with that. But the next thing I always talk about with anybody in the fitting room is your second most important bra is your sports bra, because that's going to minimize any bounce, any stretching of the tissue. And we actually have a menu that we go over, and that is your next most important bra. And they need to have that in their wardrobe. They really,
oh my gosh.
Really,
I couldn't agree with you more. So important.
It is. It really is.
A sports bra is your equipment. It's not just, oh, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not, it doesn't matter so much. It is literally equipment.
An important piece of equipment before you even start the workout, right?
Exactly.
You're to put your tennis shoes on, you're to put your sports bra on with the right shape, the right size, the right fit. And one thing that I really, really love about Energise is the J-hook. So tell us more about that.
I do too. Okay, so a J-hook it's just a great feature. It's just an added feature called a J hook because it's actually shaped like a J. It's movable, which is a great thing, right? Because where it is on the mannequin might be comfortable for one woman, and
right.
and you can move it up and down to your comfort level.
Right. So if you're short in the upper torso, those stationary J hooks kind of strangle me.
They can kill you.
Because I'm long in the torso. But if you're short in the torso, you really have more place to put this. But for me, I always say I have the world's slopiest shoulders. And a J hook is just a really great feature that brings that strap in so it's more over the apex, which I also think helps encapsulate this top cup and reduction of bounce again.
Exactly.
Tennis players, whatever. Runners.
Yes. So it's exactly as you say. When you bring that in the J hook, it centers the straps even more, brings them even closer to the neck.
Right.
The more centered the strap, the more support you get.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Win-win all the way around.
And that's what it's all about. There are so many features about this bra. We could go on. I mean, I think we've covered the most important things, but you know, we carry this from a double F to a K cup, which is in UK sizing, which is really important to say. And you know, we do have a conversion chart on our website, and they can buy it online, pick it up in store, still get it fitted, do a virtual fitting, whatever it takes to get yourself a good sports bra. And we carry it in black, and we are launching it in the navy with the lime trim, which I think is a energized color.
I love this color. I absolutely adore this color.
Wonderful.
And I'm just, you know, after what we've all been through, after lockdown and just a very unsettling time, I see people out there jogging because the gyms aren't open, certainly not in the yet. And you can take yourself and your bra and some great running shoes, and you can go to town and you can feel like $1 million, right? Yeah. It doesn't take a lot. And you know, that COVID-19, all of our bodies have changed. Let me tell you.
Oh gosh, isn't that true? I've seen people come in who have gained weight, lost weight, but I also see people, like you said, they're out there running, they're kayaking, they're out there at the tennis courts, they're everywhere. So Energise is a great bra. Have this in your arsenal. And thank you again for coming and giving us your expertise tips. We will check back with you on another style really soon for Bravo Intimate Style Spotlight.
Thank you so much for having me, Rebecca. It was an absolute delight to spend some time with you.
It is our delight. Thank you so much, Frederick.